Alright, so what do Christians think about the environment? What do they think needs to be done? Well, firstly, what do they think about the environment itself? Three key ideas that I would say that you could use here is one, this concept that the environment is valuable and precious from God. So it was made by God. Genesis states that, the cell 7 day story, some people just say what that's trying to say is God saw it was good. It's a good thing that the environment exists and it was made by God and therefore precious. Second, we've got this idea of stewardship, so this idea that human beings are stewards of the earth and have a responsibility to take care of it. Then slightly different, you've got dominionism, and dominionism is man has dominion over all animals, which was stated again in Genesis, which some people tend to use to say we have dominion over everything around us. It's given for us to use. We have the right to take the oil and take the gold, etc. So that's kind of a counter-argument to responsibility to take care of the environment. And furthermore, God's going to decide when the world's going to be destroyed, not us. Yeah. So that's a more deterministic view. If we looked at Revelations, Judgment Day, all those ideas. The counter-argument to that counter-argument is no, you've got dominionism, you've got all this power to take care of the environment, because you are stewards, because you're the person in charge. In the same sense why a teacher in the classroom has dominion over all their students, because they are in charge and it's their responsibility to nurture their education and their fulfillment. Yeah, all that authority comes with responsibility. Like in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. So is the case here. People are dominions of the world and they have a responsibility to take care of their world. So as a result, you've got stewardship. So you've got there the world's environment. The environment is valuable and precious, as stated in Genesis. God made things and saw it was good. Secondly, you've got this idea of dominionism, which means that we can use the environment. But then also you've got this idea of stewardship, where we're using the environment, but ultimately it's not owned by us, it's owned by God, and we have a responsibility to take care of it. So then how do we look at the people's perspectives on this issue? One example is actually just say live a simple lifestyle. So when we spoke about not overusing electricity or not overusing crops and not flying around the world too much, leading to carbon emissions, you live a modest lifestyle and you're going to be all right. So Jesus lived a modest lifestyle. He wasn't materialistic. The problems in the world that are affecting the environment are a result of greed and materialism, would be one Christian perspective of this issue. It's a result of human greed and materialism that's leading to people abusing the natural resources that were given to them. So that's one conception of the issue. Alongside that, then there's community responses. So a lot of Christian communities around the world have been doing things to campaign against what's going on. So you've got organisations such as Eco-Christian and Green Christian exist as charities to help protect the environment. Even the Pope's getting involved. I've got here on the notes that he put down 2,700 solar panels on the Vatican as a statement of hey, we're going to use this sun and use these resources to take care of ourselves. I've got here St Andrew's Church in Fulham was started giving out fresh vegetables to neighbours as a love your neighbour being put into action. That's cute. That's a nice thing. St Andrew's Church in Fulham, they're nice. And also the Tradition Methodist Church in Devon was awarded the Eco Congregation Award for making a very energy efficient church. So you making sure that the church actually functions without putting damage on the environment. So these would be very good examples. So any kind of example where someone is actually making an effort to take care of the environment. The Pope has spoken out about climate change and said this is a big issue, particularly the current Pope Francis II. We need to look out for the poor, and the poor are the most affected by the environment, so we need to look out for the environment and treat it with respect. Also, you can talk about Noah's story. Noah's Ark showed an example of stewardship. God says, I'm going to kill everyone, but do take 2 of each animals because they're really, really lovely, and we don't want to destroy them because God loves everything that he makes. So those are examples of Christian responses. Also, they're obsessed with sparrows, both Christians and Muslims. You'll see the example in a second with Islam, but within Christianity, they say, isn't one sparrow worth not just only a penny, but yet not one of them is forgotten by God. So even sparrows are loved by God, even tiny little cute little sparrows, they're loved by God. So we're very important, but even those tiny little sparrows, they're loved by God as well. So that concept of stewardship is extremely important in that issue. Obviously, if we were referring to our own acronyms, it would be sin by omission, to not take care of the environment. We know what the right thing to do is, and not doing that's an issue. Obviously, you can say that my computer just almost fell down. Also, not taking care of the environment is an example of long-term aid, a responsibility to make sure that when we're helping other countries develop, they're doing so in a manner that helps protect the environment as well. I'll put some more videos down there. I think there's some quite good stuff for us to look at alongside this.